In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 30th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. The 18th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels will be taking on the 10th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers on Wednesday night in the Atlantic Coast Conference Big Ten Challenge at Simon Escajot Assembly Hall. The Tar Heels have lost 2 consecutive games after a 103-101 quadruple overtime home loss against the Alabama Crimson Tide on Sunday. The Hoosiers last played on Friday, where they picked up a 90-51 home win over the Jackson State Tigers. North Carolina is 8-2 against the spread in their last 12 road games and 1-5 against the spread in their last 7 games. The over is 12-5 in North Carolina's last 17 road games, and the over is 6-2 in their last 8 Wednesday games. Indiana is 9-2 against the spread in their last 12 games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 Wednesday games. The over is 5-2 in Indiana's last 7 games, and the over is 12-4 in their last 16 Wednesday games. The home team is 4-0 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 4 head-to-head meetings. These teams enter the game heading in different directions, as Indiana is one of the remaining unbeaten teams in college basketball, while North Carolina comes in having lost 2 straight games. However, the competition has been wildly different to this point. Indiana has an extremely impressive win at Xavier, but otherwise has yet to play a team ranked inside the top 250 of Ken Palm. North Carolina, on the other hand, has yet to play a team ranked outside Ken Palm's top 200. It's also worth noting that there are injury questions for both teams, as Armando Bacot and Trace Jackson Davis are both questionable, but expected to play. Indiana has used their first 6 games to play a lot of players, evidenced by their ranking of 12th in Ken Palm's bench minutes metric. North Carolina is essentially the opposite, ranking 362nd in bench minutes. In their 4 overtime loss to Alabama on Sunday, 4 Tar Heels played at least 48 minutes in the game. Perhaps that has a big impact against arguably the best team they have seen thus far. In terms of a matchup edge for Indiana, it could be their interior scoring that helps them cover this spread. For Hoop Math, Indiana ranks 24th nationally in rim attempt rate. North Carolina ranks just 250th in preventing shots at the rim, so expect to see Trace Jackson Davis, Race Thompson, and Malik Renaud do a lot of damage in the paint. So the Indiana Hoosiers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These programs are not taking too long with their possessions, and as a result are getting more throughout the game. The Tar Heels are 20th in the nation with 77 possessions per game thus far, while the Hoosiers are 95th in the sport with 73.5 possessions per game. They also are shooting well in terms of 3-point percentage, as Indiana is shooting 38.3% from distance, while North Carolina is 30.8% from deep. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Michigan State versus Notre Dame. We have a non-conference NCAA men's basketball game on Wednesday night between the 20th-ranked Michigan State Spartans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the Atlantic Coast Conference Big Ten Challenge. The Spartans are 5-2 to begin the season and are on a 2-game winning streak after a 78-77 home win on Sunday against the Portland Pilots. The Fighting Irish are 5-1 and are coming off a 63-51 home loss against the St. Bonaventure Bonnies on Friday. Notre Dame has 4 players that are out injured or currently ineligible, and their absence on the court is evidenced by the Fighting Irish allowing an average of 70 points per game. Notre Dame has failed to cover the spread in 5 of its first 6 games this season. Michigan State is 3-3 against the spread over its last 6 games. The Spartans have played tough competition to open the season with victories over Oregon, Villanova, Kentucky, and suffered a 1-point loss to Gonzaga. Notre Dame, on the other hand, has faced lesser competition to start the season and is coming off a disappointing 12-point loss most decent. Bonaventure as a 6-point favorite. Notre Dame averages only 31 rebounds per game, while Michigan hauls down an average of 38 per contest, giving the Spartans a distinct advantage on the glass. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are a worthy opponent here. They're well coached, and the crowd will be out in full force. I considered the Irish in the underdog role. However, the Michigan State Spartans are just far more battle-tested, proven, and they just have a toughness that makes you think they can go into South Bend and steal one. Notre Dame has some showing and proving to do, especially on defense. So the Michigan State Spartans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both programs have found their stride from distance, as Notre Dame is 110th in the country with a 35.4 three-point percentage, while Michigan State is shooting 36.8% from distance, which is 74th in NCAA. These defenses have not been doing too hot, as the Spartans are giving up 76 points in their last 3 games, while the Fighting Irish are allowing 69 points in their previous 5 games played. The over has hit in the last 5 Spartans games and is 11-5-1 in the last 17 Fighting Irish games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Mexico versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's is coming off their first loss of the season, and they host an unbeaten New Mexico team that may crack to the top 25 with a win in NorCal. New Mexico has blown out of the gates, winning their first 6 games, and in their last game they nearly cracked the century mark. The team has not played a tough schedule, but they have played well on both ends of the floor, averaging 84 points per game and giving up an average of only 68 points per game. St. Mary's had won their first 6 games before losing in the finals of the Wooden Legacy Tournament. While not a high-scoring team, the Gales have a great defense, ranking 10th in the nation, only giving up an average of 56 points per game. The Lobos are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Wednesday games and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Gales are 13-6 against the spread in their last 19 home games and 10-1 against the spread in their last 12 games following against the spread loss. The over is 5-0 in Lobos' last 5 Wednesday games. The over is 8-3 in Gales' last 11 overall. New Mexico has gotten off to a great start this season, winning their first 6 games. While they have not played a very tough schedule, their lone road win was a crushing one over an SMU team that won 24 games last season. The Lobos have played well on both ends of the floor and have balanced with 3 players that are averaging at least 17 points per game. St. Mary's is coming off their first loss of the season, where they really struggled to shoot the pill. They also have balance but do not have a dynamic offense like New Mexico has. They are one of the best defensive teams in the nation, but the Lobos will give that defense a big test in this game. We're going to lean quickly just how good the New Mexico Lobos actually are in this spot, as this is easily their toughest game yet. The St. Mary's Gales are once again very talented, and they're scary good at home usually. New Mexico will show they are for real with a good outing against a good St. Mary's team. With that said, we're getting a lot of points with a Lobos team that's unbeaten regardless of strength of schedule, and that offense has some pop. So the New Mexico Lobos to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.